inbox, hit up my super chat, which is the Cash App, and make a donation to the page. We appreciate it. Or you can, if you got Cash App, you can use that. You know, so that works either way. Okay, let's look at like the NBA season when people are publicized and talking about money they taking home, right? And how they taxes and everything else is done with like deductions and things of that nature, right? You notice that gross salaries and all of this stuff has to go through 401ks and everything else. And, you know, anybody play for the Raptors, they got that Canadian tax. You know, your agent fee is about 3%. And what, you got 401k, which is about 18K. See, some players like Florida and Texas, they live in no income tax states. You'll see that they're trying to pay taxes, what they call the athlete tax, from playing in other states. Like when you play in another city and things like that, you have to, like, let's say you live in Texas, but you might be playing in Detroit. You understand? So there's a certain tax you have to get, you know, pay for that. So you'll also see smart players get back to 10% of their salaries because they'll put it in like an escrow account that, you know, it gets taxed. Then it goes into an escrow account. So after they lose 10% for escrow this year, they'll be giving it back as long as the owners pay the players the agreed upon 51%, which is called the basketball related income, the BRI. Okay? And there's a surplus of players that will get that every year. Your agent will show you how to structure that. Every player receives 355,449,000 before taxes, because after the 10% escrow is given back, there's an additional money of a shortfall of about 163.5 million in total that need to be given back to reach the upon percentage. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Let's look at Steph Curry, right? He's the number one gross player a couple years ago until now. He's getting 34 million a year, right? His escrow account from 2007-18 was 3.4 million. That's 10%. His federal income tax is 33.6%. So that's like a minus another 11 million. His city and state tax, which is 4 million, 4.1 million, which is 11.8%. He has to pay his agent 2.75%, which is 954,000. His 401k is 18,000. Okay, so his escrow account money that he had from the year prior, he got added another 605,000 because the 10%, the 1.75, and the shortfall of what, about 170,000. So in the end, he's walking away with about $15.2 million. That's his after taxes, after his 34 million he made that year. So he loses 50% of his money. You see what I'm saying? So they're not all super balling. When you see that 30 million a year, they get to take home 30 million a year. You basically wiping out 50% of that money. So understand that when people start talking about actual contracts and there's wage taxes and all of these extra things. So These things actually matter. Okay. Sorry, guys. And don't forget, like I said, hit the Cash App up, donate to the page. You know, we did a lot of research here for you guys so that you guys can be straight. So go ahead and hit me back. Your boy Carcino. I'm out.